Hey, I just wanted to very quickly show you exactly how I've been helping women's health and pelvic health specialists grow their practices through Facebook ads. I'm Jordan Mather. I've been helping pelvic health specialists and physical therapy practices acquire direct access patients since I was 19 years old, which is almost a decade already, which is absolutely terrifying. So I just wanted to reach out and show you this because this is exactly what is working right now to attract new patients, get new patients in the doors, even during times like this. It's incredibly effective. So I'm going to be walking through the exact ads, landing pages, and follow-up messages that are actually working to get new patients booked and in the doors actually buying plans of care, which is absolutely key when it comes to your marketing. No one cares about leads. We want booked appointments. So just before I get into that, number one, this is not a sales pitch. This is me trying to provide as much value to you as possible and show you what's working. So with that being said, please feel free to pause this video, take screenshots, copy this, implement it yourself. I highly encourage you to do that because the system works really, really well. So you'd be crazy not to at least try it or speak with your team and figure out how you can implement this sort of thing within your own practice. Number two, if this is really cool and this is something that you are interested in building quickly and you just want some help doing it, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Just reply to this message and I'll help you figure out how you can implement this yourself and manage all of this stuff internally. We help practices and train their marketing teams all the time on how to do this stuff. We're not just a done-for-you agency. We do coach people all the time on how to do all this stuff yourself. I'm a firm believer that before you hire an agency, you should know what works. Hiring an agency should be about scaling what you know to work, not to help get you out of the red. If you're hiring an agency because you're desperate for new patients, you're already too late. So this stuff is really powerful. I highly encourage you to try it all yourself. Let me know if you want any assistance with getting it built out. We do have a lot of solutions to help practices build and manage this stuff internally. And number three, if this is something that you're just like, wow, this is really cool, I want to explore Facebook ads and figure out how to implement this system within my own business, more than happy to do that. You can either reply to this message and we can get a time set up to talk about it more. Or if you click the link in this message, that's going to take you to a page where you can schedule a 20-minute strategy session with absolutely no obligation. Again, this is all about providing value and helping you grow your business with Facebook ads and seeing if it's a viable option for you and your practice. So just reply to this message and I'll show you exactly how to build this incredibly repeatable and scalable system that works with all sorts of different niches, not just pelvic health and women's health, although it is incredibly effective with those two. That is why we're 100% focused on only helping women's health and pelvic health specialists. So without further ado, I'm going to walk you through the exact ads and landing pages and follow-up systems so that you can try it yourself within your practice, or if it makes sense, you can contact us and we can help you get it built out. For starters, let's walk through just some of the results that we've been getting for people. So these are two different styles of campaigns that we can help you with. One's just direct lead gen. It's a conversion campaign that we're running to get people to actually contact the clinic and ask them for an appointment. So far this month, for the last 30 days at least, we've gotten 15 people reaching out, asking for appointments, which is really good to see. It's about $18, which is pretty high compared to what we normally see, which is between $10 and $13. But with it being the fourth that just passed by, and with COVID-19, prices have gone up a little bit, but we'll see this drop down over the next couple of days. We also help run online workshops, which are incredibly effective right now, whether you're selling telehealth or in-person visits. It works really well to sell both. So for this one, we got 13 people to attend at just $8.53. Very, very good to see. Another campaign, this one was for active moms and moms with back pain. So this month we got 20 people in the door. The back pain challenge, this was a paid offer. So this is another one of the things that we help with. We don't help many people with challenges. This is kind of a unique case, but for the active moms campaign, we got 18 for $14 a pop, which is pretty darn good. And then another one, just moms with sciatica, 45 leads this month at $16 a pop. Super successful campaign, wildly profitable. And this is exactly how we've been doing that. So this is an example of what most of our ads look like. It's just, hey, Stratham area moms, or just calling out the mothers of the area and having some sort of statement that enters the conversation that's already going on in their head. So we already have a lot of these different hooks that work really well, but we'd also encourage you to listen to your own patient stories. Share your own patient stories, because every area is going to be a little bit unique, and the more specific, the more you know your dream client, the better these ads are going to perform. So I highly encourage you to figure out, you should at least know your dream client as well as they know themselves, if not a little bit better. So we have a lot of these that work really well with women's health and pelvic health, but if you have your own unique stories, those work really well too. And if you want to know what's been working for us, just reply to this message, and I'll share with you some of the things that we've seen that's been working really well. But here's kind of the bread and butter of the success of this entire campaign. It's, hey, this is so-and-so from Oceanside Physical Therapy. We're doing something special to promote our practice. We're offering a menopause assessment, a pelvic floor exam, a movement screen, and a doctor's report of finding for $47. So we don't do free discovery visits or free screens. We find that those get really low quality leads, and a lot of people that are just really confused. So these paid offers, these paid assessments, they're not full screens. They're more like 20 to 30 minute assessments. And we found that this really does a good job of attracting more affluent people in the area, the people that not only take their health very seriously, but have the money to be able to invest. So having this paid offer repels those freebie seekers, and those people are probably going to waste a lot of your time. And these work really well. So whether you take insurance or you're a cash-based clinic, once they come in the doors, you can either move them over to an insurance-based thing where they're just going to have a copay, or you can just use this as a moment to upsell them into a full screen or upsell them into a plan of care. Either way, this works really well. It works for every single business model in PT that we've been able to work with, which is just about all of them at this point. And it works really, really well. So highly encourage you to try paid offers if you haven't already. It just works better on Facebook for sure. So then we just share some testimonials, give some people some social proof that gets them to believe that, okay, this is a good deal that I don't want to miss up on. So once they click this, it's really simple. We send them to a very basic landing page. And where we don't give them any more information than they need. We only give them the stuff they need to make a buying decision. Any additional information just creates the opportunity for them to have an objection. So less is more when it comes to Facebook advertising and landing pages. So we just have the offer. We set the price. We're setting the perceived value of your service in your head, because remember, this is Facebook. People aren't actively looking for physical therapy, and they might not even know the value of physical therapy. So you have to tell them that. So you compare the hourly rate of the practice to the offer price. So now it seems like a really good deal. They understand the perceived value, and they're more likely to take action on it. We just use some pictures from the clinic to show that you're friendly people that they can relate with. Okay, so this is a very good picture, because obviously moms can relate with these women. They're all very approachable. So all this requires is a name, email, and phone number. And once that's submitted, they're taken to our thank you page, which is very, very important. Thank you pages are the most underutilized real estate on the internet, period. Because most people are just like, a team member will follow up with you, when you should be capitalizing on the momentum that lead created to carry them through to take the action that your business actually cares about, which is booking an appointment. So we give them a voucher to give them that instant gratification that they actually opted in for something, they got something right away. And then we incentivize them to call and schedule with the clinic right away. So we give them your phone number, we give them all your contact information. Then we say, congratulations, you got one of our final vouchers. Call and schedule right now to save an extra $5. And we've seen this works really well at taking some of the weight off of you or your team to follow up with these leads. So obviously we give them a lot of different ways to call and schedule, and not everyone is going to do this. In fact, a lot of people aren't going to call and schedule because life's busy and they might not have time in this moment. They might say that they're going to come back to it later that day, and they might forget. So a crucial key to making this system work is that you or your team is willing to call and follow up with these people as soon as they come in. The earlier you can reply to these people and call and follow up with them to get them scheduled, the more likely it is that you're going to get a hold of them. So it is absolutely paramount that you or your team follows up with these leads as fastly as possible. So the way that we do that, then feel free to model this with whatever CRM or communication software you use within your practice. But we use a program called Go High Level that all of our clients get for free by working with us. And as soon as they opt in, they're entered into this campaign where their voucher is delivered via text. We congratulate them, and then we tell them what the next step we need them to take is, which is requesting an appointment time. So this is linked to their scheduler. A prospect is able to request an appointment time. So when your team does follow up with them, they have an appointment time to either confirm or to adjust based around whatever your schedule works. So we send them a series of text messages. We send them a series of email messages. And if they haven't booked, within 24 hours, we follow up with them again, just seeing if they have any questions. So all of this stuff is obviously sent directly to the clinic owners or the administrative team or the front desk, whoever it may be. They're notified as soon as these leads come in. If I can move my face here, there we go. So you can see that as soon as the lead comes in, we are able to track what stage they are in the buying cycle, and then we send an email to the entire team that needs to follow up these leads, as well as sending texts. So it's really hard for leads to fall through the cracks, and as soon as they come in, you're notified so you can follow up with them quicker, increasing the odds that you're going to convert them. So this is the exact system that we currently use to bring in new pelvic health and women's health patients into practices all over the U.S. I highly encourage you to, go back, rewatch this video, copy anything you want, and test this stuff out for yourself. It really, really works highly effectively. So I hope this training was super valuable to you. If so, I would love it if you just let me know what you got the most value out of, so that I can continue to improve the free trainings that I send out to people. If you have any questions on it whatsoever, or if you're having any trouble with any sort of marketing that you're currently doing, just shoot me a message. I'd be more than happy to help out with it. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. If it makes sense, reach out and schedule a 20-minute strategy sessions. I'd be more than happy to help you figure out if Facebook ads make sense for your business, whether you're right to work with us, whether it's a good fit or not. I'm going to help point you in the right direction to help you grow as fast as you can and make sure that you're capitalizing on all the opportunities that Facebook presents. So have a fantastic day, and I look forward to hearing from you.